Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, beta.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, beta. So one thing I want to ask that you people are enough comfortable in the dimensions. Maybe have a rehearsal test, a practice test, online test, objective type. Motion in straight line. Motion in straight line. Hmm. So I was asking that maybe have a practice test of the dimension analysis. No one is giving the answer. Abhika, Ayush, Janvi, Krish, Kshitij, Pallavi, Parth, Priyal, Anmol, Anjali, anyone. Chalo, okay, take time.
So
So
what?
I was asking that maybe have a dimension test online.
Yes, sir.
When it should be? Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday.
Okay,
Saturday.
Excited.
okay. So in the motion along a straight line, yesterday we have seen the different graphs. है ना? और ग्राफ्स के हमने मीनिंग इंटरप्रिटेट किए थे और वो मीनिंग क्या थे कि अगर मैं यहाँ पे एक हल्की सी समरी लेके चलता हूँ नंबर वन इन डिस्टेंस टाइम ग्राफ slope gives you speed. In displacement time graph, slope gives you velocity. In these two graphs, the area is not providing anything. In velocity time graph, slope is acceleration. And area gives you displacement. In acceleration time graph, यहाँ तक की बात पड़ी थी 12th है और 11th है 11th B में वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ का someone's mic is open please Jaspreet Singh so in the acceleration time graph slope is slack and area is velocity. I take you for the acceleration time graph. Acceleration time graph means on the x-axis you take the time, y-axis you take acceleration. If suppose you are having uniform constant speed, constant velocity, a constant velocity means acceleration 0. If this graph is like this, if the acceleration is 0, then this will lie here. Then the acceleration is 0. Time is changing, but the acceleration is not changing. So this is like it. But when you say, this is number 1, but when you say constant acceleration, a constant acceleration means for each value of the time, acceleration will be remaining constant. So x-axis is the time, y-axis is the acceleration. And in this situation, constant acceleration, that means the constant is non-zero, but it is fixed. It is like that. You can see that this line is parallel to the time axis, so the slope is 0. Here the slope is 0. And when you say then the slope is 0, it means इसका जो defining होगा slope tan theta cannot be taken it. अगर मैं इसके दो टाइम लेकर चलूं, one time here and the second time here, I am giving you the recap of the previous. Then this is the area covered. If this is the area, then what will be the measurement of that area? A, B, C, D. So area can be taken as AB into BC. AB, you can see this is the acceleration A, constant. And AB is T2 minus T1. AB is T2 minus T1 and the value of the BC is equal to A. When you put the units of this is second, this is meter per second square. It means you are getting meter per second, so this is velocity. So as I said you, in the acceleration time graph, if you calculate the area, then you calculate the velocity. And you can see in this situation, the slope is 0. Am I clear in my words? Clear? If suppose you are having
Yes, sir.
constant increasing acceleration, तो टाइम के साथ में एक्सेलरेशन यूनिफॉर्मली इंक्रीज करेगा. This is time, and here you are taking the acceleration. So if the time is increasing and the acceleration is also increasing, then the graph will be like this. And you can see that this is having the some inclination, and if it is having the some inclination, then you can calculate the slope. This is the slope. A slope is basically meant by inclination of the line. So when you calculate the slope, Mention the name here, ABC. Take the time T2, take the time T1, acceleration A1, acceleration A2. So slope is tan theta, and my dear, this is AB upon BC. I hope the message is clear. If you see AB, so AB is A2 minus A1. BC is T2 minus T1. If you write down the unit meter per second square upon second, this will be meter second power minus 3. My dear, this is a new term which is taken as slab or jerk. The rate of change of acceleration, this physical quantity is defined as the rate of change of acceleration. So you see there are the three terms. The one term says rate of change of displacement. Rate of change of displacement. Second term says rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity. And the next term says rate of change of acceleration. अभी तक जो आपका मोशन है ना, वो केवल यहीं तक डिफाइन हुआ है, इसके ऊपर डिफाइन नहीं हुआ है. The first term is known as velocity. You can see. The second term is known as acceleration. And the third term is known as slab. These are the three changing rate change of the physical quantity. अब you see, जरूरी नहीं है कि आपका एक्सेलरेशन इंक्रीज करे या वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज करे. सम टाइम यू मे से कि सर ये ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है. This is the time, this is acceleration, suppose, and it is decreasing. The constant is decreasing, acceleration constantly decreasing. So again you can calculate the slope, but in this condition the slope is positive. Why the slope is positive? Because the final situation at the time T2, A2 is more than A1. इसीलिए इसका स्लोप पॉजिटिव था. बट इफ यू कैलकुलेट द स्लोप इन दिस कंडीशन, ये जरूरी नहीं है कि मैं एक्सेलरेशन की बात करूं, हो सकता है कि वेलोसिटी के लिए भी हो जाए ऐसा कुछ. टाइम T1 एक्सेलरेशन A1, टाइम T2 एक्सेलरेशन A2. Am I clear? Here the slope is negative. This is saying increasing acceleration. This is saying decreasing acceleration. Got it? Am I clear in my words? If you see,
Sir, please.
anyone is having any doubt regarding the motion, देखो my dear, what I am telling you, kinematics is a very vast, बहुत बड़ा है. And the unlimited number of the questions are there, and you have to go for all those. जितना maximum हो सकेगा उन सब पर जाना होगा. तो you have to take the command in it. इक्वेशन ज्यादा नहीं लग रही है, वेलोसिटी डिस्प्लेसमेंट बचपन से पढ़ते आ रहे हैं, लेकिन the people they feel uncomfortable while dealing the problem of this reason because of their less practice. ठीक. Now you see equations of uniformly accelerated motion. Remember what I am saying? Uniformly accelerated. यानी कि मैं बात कर रहा हूं किसकी? Constant acceleration. So let us consider a point object is moving in a straight line. Has velocity u at t equal to 0. What do you mean by t equal to 0? T equal to 0 means when you find the object first time. आपने ऑब्जेक्ट को पहली बार जब मोशन करता हुआ देखा, जब ऑब्जेक्ट पहली बार आपकी आईसाइट में आई, आपके विजन में आई, आपने उस समय जब देखा, तो दैट विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज टाइम इक्वल टू 0. आप उस समय अपनी काउंटिंग स्टार्ट करो. व्हाट इट, इससे पहले अगर कोई टाइम होता तो शायद मैं उसको नेगेटिव में दिखा देता कि मेरे देखने से पहले भी ऑब्जेक्ट मोशन में थी. जसप्रीत सिंह जी, प्लीज डोंट राइट एनीथिंग ऑन द स्क्रीन. क्लियर? तो मैटर इज टाइम t equal to 0, the velocity is u. Now you see when some acceleration is given to you, e, इसको मैंने कांस्टेंट कहा है, is given to it, then its velocity increases and becomes v after time t. अब मैं इसका ग्राफ अगर देखना चाहूं तो ग्राफ कैसे बनेगा? वेरी कॉन्शियसली आई एम प्लॉटिंग इट. दिस इज x axis taken as time, y axis taken as velocity. This is velocity time graph, and it is said to you at time t equal to 0. जब टाइम 0 था तो वेलोसिटी 0 नहीं थी, it was having the velocity 0. And then after the acceleration is given to it, तो इसकी वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज हुई, वेलोसिटी increases. After the time t, this is the time spent t, its velocity becomes v. This u here, it is taken as initial velocity. This v is taken as final velocity. T is taken as the time of the motion. ये वो टाइम है जिसके लिए आप बात कर रहे हो कि ऑब्जेक्ट में मोशन है. यू कैन सी, अगर मैं यहां से एक परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ करूं तो शायद कुछ ऐसा है. एक्स एक्सिस पे ड्रॉ किया, एक परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ करूं तो शायद कुछ ऐसा आएगा. आप देख सकते हो, दिस इज द इंक्लिनेशन. मैंने एक्स एक्सिस टाइम कोऑर्डिनेट के पैरेलल खींचा. दिस इज स्लो. माय डियर, आई एम पुटिंग द नेमिंग हियर. दिस इज ए, बी, सी, दिस इज ओ, दिस इज ए बी. When you calculate the slope, because this is tan theta, so this is AB upon BC. You can see AB, this value will be equal to V minus U, and this is T. I hope my message is clear to all of you. This is V minus U upon T. So this is equal to A. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
If I adjust the term, this is V minus U equal to AT. So this is V equal to U plus AT. This is first equation of the uniformly accelerated motion. This is the first equation of the uniformly accelerated motion. Am I clear in my words? This is the first. Now do one thing, calculate the area under the surface. How much is the area? How much is the surface? Sorry, the surface is this complete. मैं अलग से दिखा रहा हूं, बाद में हटा दूंगा इसे. ये कंप्लीट कवर हुआ है मोशन के द्वारा. अगर आप इसे गौर से देखें तो शायद ये ट्रेपेजियम जैसा दिखाई देगा। क्यों जी? तो मैं अब एरिया कैलकुलेट कर रहा हूं। रिमेंबर, एरिया under the graph of velocity time represents displacement. So displacement is equal to area. Now area, you can see there are the two figures. One is the triangle, another is a rectangle. तो मैंने क्या लिखा? Area of triangle, the name ABC plus area of rectangle, चेक कीजिए, COD या फिर BCOD. Area of triangle, this is the displacement taken as S. 1/2. Now this is base BC into height. So BC into AB plus area of rectangle BC into BD. मैंने थोड़ी देर के लिए इसे इक्वेशन नंबर 1 भी रख लिया, या इसे 1 रखिएगा तो इसे 2 कर दीजिए थोड़ी देर के लिए, बाद में बात करेंगे। 1/2 BC is T, check it. BC is T. AB is V minus U. V minus U plus T. BD is here, BD is here. This is U. But you can see V minus U is 80. But V minus U, it is equal to 80. So S equal to UT plus 1/2 80 square. I hope this is clear to all. Are you comfortable in this? Here I am mentioning, there I am mentioning the V minus U. Okay, no need to mention it again. This is V minus U is taken as 80, so this becomes 80 square plus UT. So your equation is UT plus half 80 square. Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Yes, sir.
if anyone is having any problem, and if anyone has to write it down, please take your own time. Don't worry. Someone has to write it. May I continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see, here I said equation number 2. There is the equation number 2. मैं इस इक्वेशन को रिट्रीट करूंगा फ्रॉम इक्वेशन 2. S equal to 1/2 BC into AB plus BC into BD. So what we can do, we can take the BC common. May I? लिख सकता हूँ BC is T. AB is V minus U upon 2. AB का वैल्यू V minus U. BD is U. This is T. Take 2 LCM. This is v minus u plus 2u. So s equal to t, this is v plus u upon 2. आप देख सकते हो डिस्टेंस इक्वल टू टाइम इनटू एवरेज स्पीड में एक नया फॉर्मूला है, बट t इक्वल टू क्या होता है बच्चों? अगर मैं t को देखूं, अगर मैं यहां से t की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करूं, t इक्वल टू v माइनस u अपॉन so s equal to v minus u upon a into v plus u upon 2. If you cross multiply, this is v square minus u square equal to 2as. This is v square equal to,
Excuse me, sir.
beta. Yes, beta.
Please explain this second line. BC bracket AB half 2 plus BD.
This one.
Sir, blow this one.
This one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now do one thing now. See that this BC is taken common from these two terms. So this is
Okay.
AB
Okay, sir.
plus BD. Okay. The value of the AB is v minus u. This is u. 2 is taken as LCM, and this is. So the previous one, this is second equation of motion. Which type of the motion? Uniformly accelerated, and this is third equation. This is third equation of uniformly accelerated motion. Now you see there is something very important and very interesting also. Equation of motion for displacement in some special time. स्पेशल टाइम मीन्स एक स्पेशल सेकंड के लिए बोल दिया जाए। अभी तक के लिए मानकर चलिए मैं आपसे कहता था डिस्टेंस, मान लीजिए कि स्टेटमेंट लिख रहा हूं, डिस्टेंस कवर्ड बाय ऑब्जेक्ट इन 3 सेकेंड इज 10 मीटर। दिस इज 3 सेकेंड। अगर मैं यही कहूं कि डिस्टेंस covered by object in third second, is there any difference between these two? क्यों जी? Are you people getting this? What I am saying? Anjali Patel, Anant Agarwal, Anadi. I
Yes,
said
sir.
if the distance covered by the object in the 3 second, that means 3 second का मतलब होता है सर 0 से लेके 3 सेकंड के बीच में इसने जो डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल किया वो 10 मीटर है। Now what I am saying, the distance covered in the third second, सर थर्ड सेकंड वो सेकंड है जो 2 सेकंड पूरा होने के बाद शुरू हुआ और फोर्थ सेकंड शुरू होने से पहले खत्म हो गया, यानी कि ये केवल 1 सेकंड है। Am I clear in my words? Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अगर किसी को डाउट है तो बताओ।
Please
स्पेशल
explain once.
एक बार फिर से बताता हूँ, बिल्कुल ठीक है। देखो मैं दूसरा एग्जांपल लेके चलता हूँ। एग्जांपल तो यही रहेगा, थोड़े से डाटा अलग कर लेता हूँ। सपोज मैंने कहा डिस्टेंस कवर्ड इन 10 सेकेंड is 100 meter. Distance covered in 9 seconds is 80 meter. So distance covered in 10th second. How much? 10th second मतलब समझे?
20 meter.
अब ये 10th second जो है ना सर, this is only 1 second. This is from 0 to 10. This is from 0 to 9. This is 9 के बाद शुरू हुआ, 11 से पहले खत्म हो गया, यानी कि केवल 1 सेकंड। इरेज कर दूं इसे मैं? नहीं कर दूंगा। अब मैं इसकी इक्वेशन बनाऊंगा, ध्यान से देखिएगा। Let displacement of an object moving with constant acceleration a in time t second is estimated, and in time t minus 1 second is s1. Got it? What I supposed, t सेकंड में डिस्प्लेसमेंट s2 है, t minus 1 सेकंड में s1 है। 10 सेकंड का 10 मीटर था, 9 सेकंड का 80 मीटर था। Got it? अगर मैं s1 की इक्वेशन लिखता हूं, s1 u t minus 1 plus 1 upon 2 a t minus 1 whole square from second equation of motion. Got it? Is this clear to all?
Yes, sir.
को अगर मैं लिखूंगा s2 for the t second, this is ut plus 1 upon 2 at square. चेक करो, सही लिखा है ना? This equation सेकेंड इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन से ड्राइव किया गया है, यहां से लिया। once you are applying for t minus 1, second time you are applying for t. Is this clear? So anyone having the doubt? Anyone?
No, sir.
So displacement in tth second, so st equal to s2 minus s1. My dear, check it. मैं इसे नेक्स्ट पेज पे लेके जा रहा हूं। st equal to s ut plus 1 upon 2 at.
Please leave the previous page once.
Please check it.
Sir, okay, done.
Okay. Are you have comfortable ना? चीजें समझ में?
Yes, sir.
माइनस ये वाली पूरी इक्वेशन, दिस इज u t minus 1 plus 1 upon 2 a t minus 1 whole square. मैं इसे भी ऐसे ही रखूंगा, ब्रैकेट ओपन बाद में करूंगा, पहले सिंप्लीफाई कर लूं। दिस इज u t minus u plus t minus 1 whole square. बच्चों, this is t square plus 1 minus 2. This time I am giving you the complete step. Then when you get comfortable, you may reduce the number of the terms. मैंने ब्रैकेट ओपन कर दिया, 1 upon 2 a t square plus 1 upon 2 a minus a t. Am I clear? चेक करो मैंने सही लिखा है। Is this clear? ut plus 1 upon 2 a t square, ब्रैकेट ओपन कर दीजिए, माइनस ut माइनस माइनस प्लस u माइनस हाफ a t स्क्वायर माइनस 1 अपॉन 2 a प्लस a t। यहां पर कैंसिल हो गए, ut से ut हाफ a t स्क्वायर से हाफ a t स्क्वायर, रिमेन क्या रहा? सॉरी, The remaining are u plus at minus 1 upon 2t. My dear, take a common. T minus 1 upon 2. This is st. इसमें अगर मैं 2 LCM ले लूं तो my dear, this is s equal to u plus 1 upon 2a and 2t minus 1. Got it? Anyone? सबको समझ में आ गया?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyone? अच्छा, एक काम कीजिएगा, बाद में ना इसकी डायमेंशनली एक्यूरेसी चेक कीजिएगा, करेक्ट? इक्वेशन है st इक्वल टू u प्लस 1 अपॉन 2a 2t माइनस 1. अगर मैं इसका डायमेंशन लिखूंगा, दिस इज lt माइनस 1. इसका डायमेंशन लिखूंगा, दिस इज a lt माइनस 2. दिस इज कंप्लीट टाइम, दिस इज t, दिस इज l. This is L, this is LT minus 1 plus LT minus 1. This is the only equation, this is only equation which is mathematically correct and dimensionally wrong. Got it? Is this clear to all? मैंने बहुत जल्दी से
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, how can we write half 8 bracket 2t minus 1?
ये okay. Come here. In this do one thing. S equal to u plus a, take 2 LCM 2t minus 1. इस 2 को इधर भेज दो. So S equal to 1 upon 2 a upon 2 2t minus 1. May I?
Yes, sir.
Anyone having the doubt? देखो मैंने बड़ा, क्योंकि ना क्लास ओवर होने वाला सा लग रहा था, मैंने इसलिए थोड़ा जल्दी लिखा है, इसलिए मेरा राइटिंग कुछ ज्यादा ही खराब आ गया, और वैसे तो ही खराब. दिस इज ओनली इक्वेशन व्हिच इज मैथमेटिकली करेक्ट. मैंने खुद ट्राई करी है, मैथमेटिकली करेक्ट है, बिल्कुल सावधानी से करके ला रहा था, आपने देख लिया. दिस इज मैथमेटिकली करेक्ट बट डायमेंशनली रॉन्ग. Got it? So there are the possibilities. Is this clear to all? Is this clear to all?
Yes, sir.
तो अभी आपके पास में थर्ड पीरियड 11 मैथ्स में फिर है, तो you people will be resuming with the NCERTs. Otherwise, I give you the question from my side. ठीक है? थर्ड पीरियड 11th PCM वाले रिज्यूम करेंगे, मैं मैसेज दे रहा हूँ. And for this time, I am getting it over. Okay? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Please don't hesitate in asking. I am telling you people. जानवी, कृष्ण, निष्कर्ष, पल्लवी, प्रियल, देवांश, दिव्यांश, अविका, अंशिका, all you people, जेबा, यश, विश्वा, विश्वपाल, विदेशी, उन्नति.